So recently, I've been on the Stephen King wormhole because of the show Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry is basically a prequel to the It movies and explore the relationship between Pennywise and the town Derry, Maine. But I've learned the It movies and shows are a part of a big universe Stephen King created using all the books he's ever written and just making it into one universe that can connect. This year we have The Long Walk, The Life of Chuck that starred Tom Hiddleston, Welcome to Derry, and now the recent Stephen King movie that got released called The Running Man. The Running Man is a reboot from the previous movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and now starring Glenn Powell. The Running Man is about this guy, Ben Richards, who Glenn Powell plays, that can't afford to take care of his family. So Ben decides to play the most famous competitive game called The Running Man and learns about the atrocities the game has caused. Now, I'll say The Running Man was very entertaining and has a few ideas that are interesting, but some of the themes and takes The Running Man does have feels half-baked. Watching The Running Man, it was fun to watch, and as a story, has themes that were interesting to explore in the movie. Edgar Wright, who's the director of The Running Man, has a directing style that's undeniable. The movie is fast-paced, it has great action, and the funny bits that they have in the movie was actually funny. I think two of my favorite scenes, which both were in trailers, so no spoilers, involve Michael Cera and the water gun, and the other scene involved Glenn Powell living in the motel. Those are my favorite scenes in the movie, and mostly everyone in the cast, including Glenn Powell, were good in it. Also, just like in the most dystopian stories, The Running Man talks about the government and how they use media to control the people in the country. So The Running Man in the movie is a reality show where the showrunners use violence to entertain the masses and to manipulate them. One of the rules of The Running Man show was that while the contestants are on the run, they have to mail a video message to the show to give an update on what they're doing. Ben finds out about the truth of the game, tries to put it in a video, but the showrunners use AI to manipulate the video. So things like that in The Running Man, I really enjoy. But as much as I was entertained by The Running Man, the movie doesn't have enough time, doesn't commit and explore the ideas that it presents. So The Running Man has so many ideas like the uses of AI, the media being used to manipulate people believing the deception, and that the power is to the people. Those are great ideas to explore, but all of them in The Running Man felt unsatisfied at the end. Now, The Running Man's ending in the book and in the movie are completely different, but after watching the movie and knowing the ending of the book, I prefer the book. I don't want to go any further than that, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of the ending. There was one kid in the movie that tried his best acting his part, but it felt unbelievable. The way the movie was written for the little brother in the movie didn't help at all because the dialogue sounded like something you hear in the late 90s, early 2000s commercial. Last thing is, most of the themes were presented okay, but I felt a TV series would have been beneficial for The Running Man. The Running Man could have been a great movie or especially a fantastic TV series, but as a movie it was 80% entertaining and 20% unsatisfying with what was concluded. The direction, music selections, and the cast were really good, but had a few blips here and there. There is potential, especially with the current climate of today's media talking about AI, how crooked the government is, the manipulation and deception of how big corporations use networks to facilitate a narrative to the audiences. But for the most part, The Running Man is just screaming out an idea and doesn't go to depth with why they presented those ideas. Stephen King knows how to come up with ideas and to build on top of it, and you can see it with how many movies and spin-offs Hollywood is making from it. The Running Man was close to being one of those movies that could be great, but doesn't know to either make a fun movie or making a movie about something.